Hi everyone, hi everybody, ho ho ho. I even forgot how to make videos. Here I am saying hi everybody, ho ho ho. Hi everyone, this is Miriam. Welcome to my Ghanaian channel. It's been so long guys since I last made a video, and excuse my voice at this time in winter time here in Europe. It's no joke, my voice couldn't take it, but I'm getting better. Alright, so guys, it's been so long since it hasn't been that long, but obviously I went to Ghana, and the last video that you saw on my channel was the documentary that I made in Ghana. As I told you guys before I was leaving that I was going to go to Ghana, and on the subject of disability. So the last video that you saw on my channel is the documentary. And guys, I mean, a video is overdue for me to just talk to you about how my trip was. And obviously you saw me the documentary, but obviously there's more that I must say to you guys, how my trip was in Ghana and how I got to have all these contacts and what I did during the time I was in Ghana and stuff like that, and have so much to share because there's so much that happened. So I'm so sorry guys for taking so long, for getting back to you with all the juicy updates. It's actually been a very busy time for me, you know. I'm juggling university and all the promotion of this documentary that I was doing and all that, but oh guys, it's no excuse. So I am back now and I'm so happy to update you guys. So it's probably going to be a long video. If you guys love Ghana, if you guys are into, like, want to know more about my career and what I did in Ghana, and you want to know the behind the scenes stuff and what I did aside that in Ghana and all that, then definitely sit down. If you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, you will know that I went to Ghana in July 2015, and I came back in September. Prior to that, I hadn't been to Ghana for like 2 years, and no, for 3 years. Last time I went to Ghana before that was 2012. I was 18, was 17 going 18. So after 2 years, I knew that I had to go to Ghana as well, because obviously I just thought it was the right time, and I had also something that I wanted to do there, something that, you know, I thought needed to be done. So that's why I went to Ghana. It's a thing where my parents didn't even actually plan to go to Ghana in the beginning of the year 2015, I think. But you know, I talked to them and told them what I wanted to do there. So because they had been to Ghana before, not long before that. So, you know, it was a thing where I had to tell them what I wanted to do in Ghana. So they kind of agreed, my dad agreed, and we decided to go to Ghana. So they kind of accompanied me there. But the really primary reason why I went to Ghana is to basically do a story. I'm a journalist. Well, I'm a student. I'm in my final year of broadcast journalism. So basically, I graduate soon. So I'm a journalist. Come on, I do a lot of things. And I think that as a journalist, even as a human being, like, the talents and my purpose that God has given me is all about, you know, talking about things that matters. And disability was the subject that I really wanted to talk about in Ghana. That I really wanted to talk about with the Ghanaian angle. Before going to Ghana, I saw a report on disability and how it wasn't disabled or something, but how a man was left lying in the street and people just walked by him without really doing anything, though they obviously saw that the man was actually maybe not well. And even I even saw news reports about, you know, how the buildings are not really disability friendly, how disabled people are really left behind in Ghana, and it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous, and not because I'm like, hey, disabled people are, hey, you have to do something, and just, oh no, it's because the laws are not implemented in Ghana. You know, when you look at the law, Persons of Disability Act 715, for example, it states that, you know, how, you know, people that, you know, all I won't say it exactly, but obviously I put perfect close here, but you know how, you know, people that own, you know, people that own buildings and all those who are in control of that should make sure that their buildings and all that are disability friendly. Buildings are not really disability friendly. Disabled are kind of you know, discriminated against, which makes it difficult for them to even get jobs in the sector. Just so many laws that are not implemented, and I thought that this is really not talked about in Ghana at all. Obviously there are some few reports there and there, but in terms of documentary, in terms of journalism, we are not just meant to report though. We are meant to, sometimes if you see something that is wrong, we are meant to investigate the matter. It's not just investigative journalists that should investigate things. So, you know, I saw this here and I was like, mates, this is something that needs to be talked about more. And obviously it's not that I thought, hey, if I make a documentary everything will change, but I thought, hey, if I have a mouth, if I have the skills of producing and filmmaking, why not use it? Why use it for just myself? So I thought, let me go to Ghana and talk about, you know, and just gather contacts, people that will be able to talk to me more about the subject. This idea came kind of in April, something like April. Obviously I was busy with university and all that, so it's the thing where I didn't really get to sit down proper until maybe May, June, July, something like that. So, oh my gosh, I hope the lighting is alright. So in July, what I did is I was in France. I went to France because my parents live here, so that's just a transit. So I had to come to France before going to Ghana. So I stayed in France for like 2 weeks, and I already got a place here in the house, and that's it was alright. So basically, for the whole month of summer, see how people go and enjoy summer and go to the beaches. For the whole month of summer, for the whole July, I mean, before I went to Ghana, I stayed locked in my room in France from the UK. I stayed locked in my room, scripting, emailing people. I mean, can you imagine? I'm in the UK. I was in Europe, and obviously these people, they're in Ghana. So I spent a whole month, in fact almost a month and a half, like I had no social life. So it was a whole lot of work, but honestly God helped me. I don't know how, you know, I prayed a lot. Prayer kept me. So when I went to Ghana, obviously I already had my contacts, and you know, sometimes you get people saying, hey, Ghana time, do you really think emails will do the trick and that? But I think, you know, you just have to go for it. You don't just say, oh, Ghanaians don't really check emails, so I'm not going to send emails. No, you know, God gave me favor. I prayed a lot. You know what, when you pray, God makes the way smooth for you. So I just emailed people. I emailed Sifako Komabu Grateful, who is one of my interviewees. She's a disability activist, so she's very, like, people look for her, and all other people that I emailed and stuff. So when I got to Ghana, I already had my contacts, but obviously sometimes you get, you know, people telling you, oh, maybe they won't be available at that time. So just before I left, I had one of my interviewees saying, who was Farida Bedway, who is a technology superb woman in Ghana despite her disability, and she was saying that obviously she had, you know, she had the time that I wanted to interview her, she wasn't really available. So as soon as I got to Ghana, I'm telling you, the 17th of July, as soon as I got to Ghana, I had an interview due the next day. Me that has never really been independent, always my mom and dad in Ghana. So this trip was a whole different thing at 21, at 20 years old. So obviously the day after I had an interview and stuff like that. But glory, like, God is so good. I had, you know, family friend that really took the role of a driver for me. He was amazing. You know, when I came back, it took me a month to kind of edit and everything, because obviously, I mean, so many things so many kind of things that I had to do, which made it I guess longer. The documentary is called Disability, Ghana Disability and Stigma, and you know, I uploaded it on Vimeo and on YouTube as well, and I really promoted it on Instagram as well, and I emailed people, my contacts, those who featured. I kind of changed my position in case the lighting was not as good. So as I was saying, this obviously I tried to, after I came back and I got done with the editing and all that, I obviously tried to I promoted it on my own account, Instagram and Vimeo and YouTube, and obviously my own website, and obviously the next stage of promotion was obviously I wanted to write about it on the local Ghanaian media. And obviously, let me tell you that this subject of disability is really it was hard to even get to write for some media and stuff. Maybe because they obviously they're busy doing their own thing. But disability, what I've noticed is that this subject is really, now it's kind of getting there, but it's generally is really not in the media's agenda. I mean, the media would really be much more interested to write about celebrities dating and a politician fighting with another politician, which is fair enough, than a subject like that. And I think is ridiculous. So it was a bit hard to kind of get to you know, write about it in other platforms aside my one. I kind of expected it anyway, but so yeah. And obviously the next, I'm done with, I've written for some website about the subject and stuff, and I've written for my own website about the subject and how disability and stuff like that. And the last step of promotion for me, the last step, hey, I finally got there, is obviously sending letters to them at the top, the government and those who are in charge of them rights, such as, you know, gender, minister for gender, and those government politicians that, you know, involved in this kind of topics, and even those who are not, including the president. I sent him the letters. Hopefully you get to the address properly. I'm actually in the process of sending it, you know, with the copy of the CD, the documentary, and a letter explaining what is in the documentary and kind of what needs to be done. Not too long, but that was the last step of promotion. At least I've done it, right? But aside from that, obviously in Ghana I was very busy doing that. I don't live in Accra, right? I don't live in Accra. My home, I'm in the Bro and Hafo region. So in my family are in the Bro and Hafo region. So I had to stay in Accra for 2 weeks. My parents stayed with me for like 2 days. When they went, and my uncle came to help me with the camera and that. So I had to stay in Accra for 2 weeks by myself in the hostel. Hey! Let me tell you a bit about the behind the scenes stuff. Because me, I loved it, watching things, you know, interesting things, and, you know, filmmakers or whatever telling me the behind the scenes stuff that people wouldn't really expect. So let me just tell you a bit. You know, and this could help you if you're thinking of doing things in Ghana. Maybe you're just like doing documentaries, or you like to do some projects and stuff like that. Me telling you how it went for me could help you as well. My first interview was Sifaku Kumabu Grateful. Well, she's the first interview that I paid on the documentary, but actually maybe it was my second one. She was meant to be my first one, but she was actually my second one. She's a disability rights activist. She's so passionate about her subject, and most of the people that I met for this documentary was so smart. You know, some of the people I met, the English is on some next level. Yeah, even me from the UK. So I was even tempted to just search my phone for the dictionary with some words that they were saying. I'm telling you, it was serious. I was meant to kind of have the camera following me walking down to the office, but it didn't really work. So I just, you know, went straight up onto her interview. You know, if you are interested in disability issues and interviewing people, and, you know, it doesn't just have to do with disability, but subjects like this, subjects about people and things that matters like that, then, you know, just, you know, get to me if you want her email or something. Another one that interviewed was Elvis Alikpui, a very great guy. The first actually is a report of him on a Ghana news media that made me wanna even do a subject on this, a documentary on this subject. But really seeing a report of him talking about how literally he's on a wheelchair and he has to have people. If he doesn't have people carrying him up to staircases, he just can't get to certain places. And I thought that was absolutely, he does a lot of things as well aside from what he does with disability. He's you know, he loves sport and all that. I interviewed Stephen Dumbo, who is the manager of the Accra Rehabilitation Center. I wanted more. I wanted him to explain a bit more about how it is. So that was my challenge with him. But it went really well. I was at the Share Care was it the Share Care Rehabilitation Center? It was Share Care Therapeutic Center, I think. This I kind of got to know about it through kind of CNN when they interviewed Farida Bedwe, and I was like, I really need to get to this therapeutic center. was one of the most eye-opening thing that I had to do to go to these places, because it's a center that caters for people that have autoimmune diseases, and all these people that are helping there. I felt that if you have no love, you can't do this job. And Farida Bedoué, she's definitely was another interviewee, and she was definitely one of the my interviewee that I'm going to remember for a long time. While I was doing all this, I was also doing an internship at Joy Multimedia Group, Joynews. It's one of the biggest news organization in Ghana. It's literally equivalent to UK's BBC or US CNN. Yes, I did an internship there as well, because I think there was no way Miriam was going to go to Ghana without really doing a journalism internship. Are you serious? So I went there, and obviously before I came to Ghana, aside from emailing my contacts for this documentary that I was doing, I was also emailing other people for this internship that I wanted to do. So there was one journalist that I know that kind of talked to her about the fact that I wanted to do an internship. She told me that I have to come and meet so and so and all that, and I could only do a week of the internship, but I learned a lot. I wish I could do more, but I was so busy and I had limited time in Accra. And for Disability Ghana and Stigma, there was one part where I'm at the Share Care Rehabilitation Center, as I said, and just after this interview, this scene, in reality I had to run after to go to Joynews to continue my internship. They kind of were laughing at me at first because I never really saw someone doing an internship for a week, but I learned so much. I was in the newsroom with some of the biggest journalists out there in Ghana. All of a sudden there was a breaking news story. So oh my gosh, breaking news story are my thing, man. Just being there when these things are going on was my dream. And I was just like, wow, okay, cool, so that's how it is. And it's very hard as a journalist when you see things like that, you know, and having to stay calm and having to stay professional, you know. So I learned a lot. One of the human resource guy, and the one that actually I was introduced to for this internship, he knew that I was doing this disability documentary, and they have radio office as well as a TV, and then another one where the technical team and all that are. And one of the human resource guy who know me really well, I really respect him, he knew that I was doing this documentary thing, so he told me that, hey, do you know that Joy FM, this is their radio station, they're doing a morning show about disability. They're starting to talk about this subject. Why don't you go and kind of connect with them and tell them about this documentary thing? I was like, okay, cool, you know. And the next day I got to the radio center, and I saw the producer of this show, the morning show thing, and I saw them. I was like, oh, do you know that I'm doing a documentary on disability and stuff like that? Like, oh yeah, why don't you come on the show? Like, yeah, okay, cool. And I went, and 2 days after I was online, I was on air, thousands of people listening to me with another guest who was blind, and we were just talking about this subject. I have to tell you, during this whole thing that I was doing, I was not scared, and I did not once think about me. I did not once think about myself. Even during this documentary, meeting great people like Farida Bedoué and all that. The reason why I was able to do it with such boldness, and how I was able to be on radio and talk about this subject, is literally because I was so passionate about what I was doing that I did not think about me. I didn't care about how I looked. Like this, okay, I like looking good and I think I look good, but I didn't care about, you know, when I was interviewing people, I didn't think about, oh, how do I look? Oh my gosh, the camera is on me, or how do I sound? I did not care about such things. And what I noticed is that when you're so passionate doing what you are meant to do, fear goes away. It keeps you humble because you're not thinking about yourself. And everything that I've been doing, people will think, oh, it's great, Miriam, you got to do this. But for me, this is not enough. It's not enough. This documentary that I did is not enough. These are things that we need to talk about as people. This disability thing, there's so many other issues such as rape in Ghana, which is literally something that is really not talked about, happens. There's so many topics that people don't want to talk about. And including disability. It's not me. I'm not someone who is I'm going to change everything unless we come together as a people and as the media and as even normal citizens, and we start talking about these topics. But obviously there's so much more to do, Miriam. I have so much things to learn, so much things on the way, and this does not satisfy me. There's more that needs to be done. After that, on the 8th of August, I think I went to Brunhafo region, seeing my grandma, my aunties, my uncles as well. It was nice. But after a while, I really missed working. Like, I really missed being active because I'd been so active. Like, I grew so much in my faith as well, in terms of getting to know who God is and getting to know myself, getting to grow as an individual. It was much more than what you see, and hopefully the growth is going to continue. It was a good trip. So I'm just excited to go back to Ghana. I don't know when. If you want to invite me, I'm there. Buy my tickets too. Guys, I'm going to make a second video as well, just talking about some practical things that I've learned, how the Wi-Fi business was there with me, for me, in terms of broadband, and stuff like that. And so I'm going to share some helpful tips. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. A Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas, good holiday. If you guys are interested to kind of get a copy of, like, when I was on the radio, want to get a copy of what I said, then just give me your email. Anyway, bye guys.